Buenos días, estudiantes. This week, Semana 6 for us, we're going to go through and do just a kind of 2 short lessons because we do have Monday as a holiday for some of you. Some of you are going to be out of school anyway, so that's okay. I had some feedback on last week's module and El Plan Semanal, the weekly plan. Some of you really did appreciate that in there, so I'm going to go ahead and keep putting that in each week. Just so you kind of know where we're going. The first thing that you're going to have here are things to do. We're going to complete the 2 presentations. You will have a discussion to complete and reply to. And you're going to have a self-assessment that I want to go through with you today, just so that we know what we're doing. You have a few things to turn into me. We'll have a response sheet from a video that you'll be watching. You'll have 2 graphic organizers. One is a previewing to a video, and then another one is going to be completed as you watch and after you watch another video. You will have a Guess Who discussion, and we'll explain that later. And you'll also have your activities in your Entreculturas textbook. If you will be joining us in class this week, we're going to be playing a dice game, practicing sentence writing, using new subjects and verb conjugations, just practicing some present tense verb review. We're going to be playing charades to practice some more of our new vocab and some more working on just how to write sentences. I know a lot of you have been expressing concerns that you're not certain how to actually just write the sentence. So we'll get that a little bit closer in class as well. 2 I can statements this week. I can describe how technology meets the needs of students and creates learning opportunities, and I can exchange information to describe my teachers. And there are the other things that you see there, that you have your state standards and your department transfer goals. Starting with our first presentation, we're going to go through and look at the first week. For this one, the overall Unit 1 essential questions that we're looking at again for the entire unit. What factors support student learning and success? How do schools in different cultural contexts meet the needs of their students? And what helps students engage in their school community? We've already looked at some of these ideas, and continuing on with this, for the first lesson, the essential question is ¿Cómo contribuye la tecnología a la educación? And your I can statement for this lesson, I can describe how technology meets the needs of students and creates learning opportunities. So just kind of thinking that's where we're going, and that's what you should be able to do by the end of this lesson. To start off, you're going to be watching a video, but before you watch the video, I want to do the preview of the questions that you will be answering after the video. So looking at the questions first, what technology does the school in this video offer that is similar or different from the technology that you have access to in your school? What advantages does technology provide students and teachers? Do you believe that a lack of technology in schools creates a disadvantage for students? And how does providing access to technology give hope to communities that traditionally lack access in our technology-driven world? When you watch the video, these are the 4 things that you'll be listening for. You will not understand everything that you see in the video. Senora Marshall and I don't expect you to understand everything. We expect you to pull out just those things that we are looking for specifically. So while you watch the video, think about those questions. And I would suggest also taking notes as you watch, just kind of jotting down the ideas that you find. The link is here. Most likely it probably doesn't work, so you'll have to go into your assignments tab in Wayside or Entreculturas, and you're going to look for Actividad 11, Paso 1, Observar, and it will be the video. Okay. After you watch the video, then you're going to come back and answer the questions on the response sheet that you will be submitting. And you know that you're submitting it because there's that happy little smiley face. That's what your face usually looks like when you submit your homework. After you're done with that, you're going to we're going to pull an excerpt from the video, And you're going to read this about what Gloria Vidal's quote about technology, and think about these two questions over here after you've read. How would you answer those two questions? After that, you're going to do another preview of just kind of a pre-think before you watch another video about technology in Chile. You'll click here and get the graphic organizer that you will fill out. On this graphic organizer, I have given you an example of each of the categories, thinking that maybe with you guys, maybe it was easier for you. But if you go through and do some searches, even if you don't know what networks of communication or communication networks are, go through and do a search, and you can write those in there. Your different sources of information that we have on the internet, and different technology products that we use. So I've given you an example of each one of those. Go ahead and, like I said, do your search if you need to help yourself out to complete that graphic organizer before watching the video. Once you're done with the video, there will be another graphic organizer. This one here is another one that is just what did you see, what did you hear, what can you pull out of the video? Not necessarily did you understand the entire thing. What did you observe and what did you hear? You can do this. I would suggest that you watch the video through in its entirety first. After you've watched the entire video, then come back and try to do that graphic organizer. And you can even do it while watching the video the second time. Lastly, for your first lesson, you're going to check your intercultural progress. So there are two different types of progresses that we're looking for our I can statements. One is intercultural and one is communicative. For the intercultural progresses, these are, can I do this in English right now? Communicative is, can I do these in Spanish? So the intercultural ones, we just want you to get a background of information and be able to express that as you're talking to someone in English. So I can describe how technology meets the needs of students and creates learning opportunities. Again, one, this is still a task. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. Number two, I can do that as long as I refer back to my notes, my graphic organizers. Or number three, yep, I understand how technology meets the needs of students and creates learning opportunities. So just kind of think about how you would assess yourself, and we'll be looking at that in greater detail later as well. This is the end of presentation 1. Now go back through this presentation on your own and work through each of the slides individually. Buena suerte.